Okay, the focus of my video today is this dresser. I already painted the top and it's nice and dry. And I would normally paint the drawers like this, but I found that it's a lot easier if I just pull them out a little bit and paint them on here. Then they're already in place to dry. It's a lot less drama. So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. I did my other drawers that way and it worked really well. So what I decided to use on this dresser is all-in-one paint. It's pretty fabulous. So I use it on my cabinets, and what's great about it is, I mean, it's all-in-one. It has a base and a sealant, so you don't have to do any extra layers. But what I really like about it is it seems to have like an elastic quality to it. You can use it on fabric. So that tells me that it stretches a little bit. And the cabinets that I put it on, I was driving my RV and the air conditioner slid across the floor and slammed into the cabinets, and you can't see any marks there. So that tells me that maybe the paint is a little bit flexible. I'm kind of making that up. But anyway, I really like this stuff. And this one is called Polo. This Heirloom all-in-one paint also comes with a degreaser. So these have all been cleaned and degreased. And that was actually quite easy too. You just brush it on and scrub it off and wipe it off. Very beautiful color of blue. I really like it. So I'm going to start by pulling this out. I don't even use a drop cloth because I just would rather clean the floor than use a drop cloth. So that's what I do. So here I go. The first coat is the ugly coat. I'm sure people who paint a lot already know that, but if you're not used to painting, don't get discouraged. It always looks horrible on the first coat, especially a dark color over a light color like this. But the second coat looks like this. So this is only 2 coats. This is 1 coat. You can see the difference. It just fills in all the holes. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the rest of these, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is the first coat, and now all we do is check for drips because you don't want drips to dry, and clean up the floor. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, I found with this Heirloom all-in-one paint that I don't have as many drips as I normally do, but on this one I got a lot of drips right under the places where the handles go in, which is normal, you know. So I'm just going to clean all the drips up. I always do this at the end of every coat because I don't want dried drips in my furniture. Oh yeah, there's some already dried. Get rid of those. Second coat will cover it up if I leave any white spots, so that's not an issue. I do have more drips than I thought. I usually just kind of pull these out to paint them and then push them back in and let them dry. That works really well. Drips. drips right here. Okay, so that's checking for drips, and the other thing I do is check the floor for anything that might have fallen on the floor. I cleaned up like 2 big drops so far. It's not a big deal. For me anyway, when I paint, I always have this stuff nearby. White beads and paper towels, maybe a washcloth. So here's one right here, but it comes right up, no problem. I used to use drop cloths, and what would happen is paint would get under the drop cloth, and I would end up with a spot on my floor anyway. So I figured, why am I doing this? I'll just clean up the wet paint when I see it. So far, so good. Hey, I'm back to do the second coat. And by way of a disclaimer, not only am I not affiliated with this paint in any way, I barely read instructions. So maybe I should have mentioned that earlier. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to put the second coat on, and then I'll come back and let you look at that. And then tomorrow we'll put the hardware on. You can see the finished product. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I finished second coat on the drawers, and you know, I didn't do a great job. They don't look completely smooth. But one thing I've learned about good paint is it's kind of self-leveling. In other words, it'll look better after it dries. It kind of spreads out. And I'm hoping in this case that it does that, because yeah, I didn't do such a great job. Anyway, all that to say, beautiful color. I'll let you guys know when I add the knobs. It'll be really pretty, and I'll see you tomorrow. What can I say? I love this dresser. It's so pretty. I love the hardware. I've had this dresser about 10 years, bought it at a garage sale, repainted it twice, but you know, it just still makes my heart go pitter-pat.